Take a look at this. A pro-union mob launches a targeted attack on the front lawn of Scott Walker's parents' house. Now the 2016 Republican presidential frontrunner firing back.
I think my dad said this morning when I talked to him, he turned his hearing aid down a little bit. My mom is so wonderful. She was actually half tempted to send him some chocolate chip cookies outside because she sends those to our neighbors all the time. But good people, at least here in the Midwest, realize you can have your disagreements, but really taking it out in front of someone's home, particularly with elderly parents, that's a little too much.
Well, he's a class act, but let's flip it here. What if the Tea Party did this to Hillary? Imagine that. Joining us now, the wife of Wisconsin Republican Representative Sean Duffy, and our friend, and a friend of Scott Walker as well, Rachel Campos Duffy.
And he's your friend. She's your friend.
She is my friend. We go way back. So what was your reaction to this? How awful.
Well, listen, everybody has a right to protest, but you take it to the governor's mansion. Everybody knows that the governor does not live in Wauwatosa. Yes, he owns that home, but his parents live there. And even during the recall, this happened. 2,000 people showed up at his home with his kids there and his parents there. He lives in the governor's mansion.
Right.
Protest there.
Who would think the governor no longer lives with his parents? I thought for a second, I was stunned by that.
Can you imagine, though, if the roles had been reversed and it was a Tea Party in front of Chelsea Clinton's house as grandma came to see the kid?
It would never happen. But I think that's what's interesting about Scott Walker. I mean, he's tough. He knows there's a double standard. He's been tested before. The recall is nothing. I mean, this was nothing compared to the recall. So that's what angers them. They know he's eyeing the presidency, and that's why they're there.
You're indicating something that is more going on here. The Democratic's real playbook when it comes to 2016. So they're looking at Scott Walker in your mind, do you see, as potential candidate, someone who could go the distance and figure, let's just get rid of him now.
Of course, of course. I mean, this is somebody who's been tested. I think that right now it looks like the campaign is shaping up to be Jeb's money against the grassroots support that's clearly right behind Scott Walker right now.
It's interesting because Walker in particular is now he had that great speech and everyone started looking at him, and then all of a sudden you see these protests, and then you see people focusing on his speech over in England, and now they're focusing on his college education.
Yeah, we seem to know more about Scott Walker's college years than we know about Obama's after 6 years. So, yes, obviously this is part of the playbook. But again, you see what a nice guy is. I mean, this is the real deal. He is a preacher's son. He's an Eagle Scout. He's not lying when he tells you his mom's taking chocolate chip cookies in the neighborhood. He's all Wisconsin.
So you end up seeing it backfired because you end up seeing his great character and that of his family through this whole experience.
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. And by the way, you have to really hate the guy to protest in Wisconsin weather right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's such a good point. All right, Rachel, thank you very much.
Rachel, great to see you.
We'll see you on Outnumbered later, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll be watching.